Hey, Ryu, did you know that Demon Slayer isn't just about slaying demons? It also has metaphors for disease outbreaks.
Wait, what? Demons as diseases? That's pretty deep. You've gotta explain this to me.
Sure, let's start by exploring how the demons in Demon Slayer symbolize diseases.
I'm counting on you, Sora. But make it simple, alright? My brain's a bit rusty today.
Don't worry, I'll break it down so even your rusty brain can follow. First off, demons in Demon Slayer are depicted almost like a plague themselves.
Demons, like a disease? How does that work?
Think about how Kibutsuji Muzan turns humans into demons. He gives them his blood to transform them. That's pretty much like a virus infecting its host, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, and when the newly turned demons attack others, it's like a chain of infection spreading. That's wild.
Exactly. Remember Mount Fujikasane? It's where the Demon Slayer Corp's final selection takes place.
Of course. That's the mountain crawling with demons, right? But why can't the demons leave that place?
That's because of the Wisteria flowers. The mountain is filled with them all year round, and demons can't stand them. The flowers create a natural barrier, a quarantine zone.
So the Wisteria acts like a protective seal. That's such a clever mix of demon lore and nature's wisdom.
On top of that, the mountain serves as a place where captured demons are isolated. In other words, Mount Fujikasane is a metaphorical quarantine facility.
Oh, speaking of Mount Fujikasane, isn't there a real-life location it's based on?
Yup. It's said to be inspired by Ashikaga Flower Park in Tochigi Prefecture.
Oh, the place with the miracle wisteria. That 150-year-old wisteria tree is stunning.
Exactly. Fans often compare the park's enchanting scenery to Mount Fujikasane in the show. Now, let's look at how demons as diseases ties into history.
You mean, even back in the day, people thought of diseases like demons?
That's right. In the Heian period, they held a festival called Michiyo no Matsuri to ward off yokai, supernatural creatures, and disasters.
What kind of festival was it?
They prayed to gods at Kyoto's city corners to stop yokai from entering. This is similar to the modern concept of a lockdown.
Wow, even back then, they had ways to protect their towns like that.
In the Edo period, diseases like smallpox, measles, and cholera claimed countless lives. To combat them, they implemented quarantine measures.
That reminds me of Mount Fujikasane again. Isolating demons to stop the spread.
Exactly. For instance, a doctor named Hashimoto Hakuju wrote about using quarantine to control smallpox outbreaks.
And didn't Tokugawa Yoshimune, the 8th shogun, also improve the medical system during his time?
He sure did. And in modern history, one of the deadliest pandemics was the Black Death.
Oh yeah, the plague hit the world hard, didn't it?
Japan experienced an outbreak of the plague in the late Meiji period. Over about 30 years, 2,905 people were infected, and 2,420 of them died.
That sounds terrifying. How did they manage to stop it?
Thanks to Dr. Kitasato Shibasaburo, who discovered the plague bacteria. Under his guidance, rat extermination and better sanitation efforts were implemented. By 1927, there were no more outbreaks in Japan.
Amazing. I didn't know the guy on the new 1,000 yen bill was such a legend.
Demon Slayer even has episodes that remind us of disease-related themes. For example, in episode 15, Tamayo isolates a man who Muzan turned into a demon in Asakusa. She developed a cure, and he was able to regain his sense of self.
That's just like modern quarantine. And the scene where he reunites with his family was so moving.
Also, take note of Kokushibo's name. His name is thought to be derived from the Black Death, Kokushidyo, in Japanese.
Just like how the plague devastated so many people, Kokushibo was an unstoppable force attacking countless others.
In this way, Demon Slayer evokes the idea of epidemics.
Isolation and protective barriers, these ideas have been around for centuries. Demon Slayer is way deeper than I thought.
So, what did you think of today's dive into the connection between demons and disease in Demon Slayer?
It was awesome. I'll read Demon Slayer again.
Glad you enjoyed it. Everyone, why not explore the wisdom of history through Demon Slayer? See you in the next video.
Catch you later.
If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up.
We really appreciate your support.